Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Good evening. 1 minute to go before the start of the step-by-step beginners run. I just need to change over my Bluetooth devices. I was running on the Noble Pro, so now we change back to the My Run and hopefully it'll all be connected and it'll all work. It looks like... Am I working? Is that me? Oh, I can't even tell now. Come on, where's me? Yeah, I think I'm all right. Yeah, that's me. Is that me then? No, can't be me. Which is me? That's me there. Yeah. Okay, we're all good. We are all good. So 15 seconds to go. This is the step-by-step beginners group. Hello, everybody. Tracy Watkins, Kim Salt, Clive Finnemore, Steve Milne. Hello, Marcus Holmes. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Hold on. Just need to be able to see what I'm doing. Right, let's speed up. So we've got, who have we got? Let's have a look. Tina Beard is with us, Clive Finnemore, Brenneck is with us from Germany, Dixon from the USA, Tall Boys, Ryan Perring, of course, leading the run. Oh, also need my Zwift companion app on. Forgot about that. Oh, quickly so I don't stop. Here we are. All right. Awesome turnout, says Ryan. That's good. I just need to slow down. Gone off a bit too quick. John Farrell is there. John Hunter is there. Dietzer is there. Hanson is there. Loads of people, yeah. Good stuff. So we're going nice and easy tonight. So if you want to say hello, if you want to ask any questions, fire away. Should be a nice relaxed run. I seem to be miles ahead of everybody. Let's just walk. Slow down and walk. Let's put the camera angles on. Ah, interesting. No camera angles. Why no camera angles? Hold on a second. Maybe I haven't started all my things. Right, bear with me. You might get a load of stuff on the screen now that you don't want to see, but hold on. I apologise for this. Oh, we don't want to do that though, do we? Oh, we're going to have to do without it, I'm afraid. It's a bit rubbish. Never mind. So it's half an hour, and we'll do probably around about 4 kilometres in that half hour. We're in Paris. Sebastian is with us as well. Lee Ryby is there. Paul Shukra is there. I just need to get in the swing of the right speed. Keep going either too fast or too slow. Amy is going to give this one a miss today. She's feeling exhausted. She might go for a fast 5k tomorrow night. Well, okay, go for a fast 5. Or, yeah, no, why not? Go for a fast 5k tomorrow. Yeah, good idea. And then come and join us on Saturday for like an easy 10 round the track. Bear with me a second. Your chat is all coming through on the wrong thing, isn't it? There we go, that should be better now. Alright, True Racing says, what do you do exactly in between runs? Soak in an ice bath, eat a bunch of bananas and drink a gallon of water? No! I drink a lot of coffee. I get on with my other work, which is writing articles for Zwift. Occasionally I'll make a video, like an instructional video, or I'll edit a race video when there's races happening. And I'm supposed to help my kids with their schoolwork as well, because at the moment they're not going to school. So I've got to homeschool, although I don't do very much of that, to be honest. I try and let my wife deal with most of it, but I do some. And try and keep the house vaguely tidy, so I do the washing up once in a blue moon. I might even be known to get the Hoover out once a week. I don't do ice baths. I don't really do a lot of kind of recovery stuff. Maybe sitting down is recovery. But I do like my coffee. I drink a lot of coffee, which is probably not the best idea, but there we are. And we are warming up a little bit. Yep. Yeah, this will be Clive's third run today, I think. So Clive runs more than me. So ask Clive what he does between runs, because he must have no time between runs. And he has got a job as well. Clive's got a full-time job, I think. Oh, Tina. Tina's had a Bluetooth drop and can't get back in. Tina, you're using your Noble Pro, yeah? What are you connected to? Because I've had rock solid from my Noble Pro. Bluetooth off, Bluetooth on again. So that's to somebody else who looks like they've had a drop as well. Thank you for your dropping ride-ons, by the way.
Ride on!
Lee Ryby only just made the start, he says. Yeah, Tina, what device are you running Zwift on? Is it an iPad or a computer? And are you going via Runcline or not? Colin, Leo wouldn't be running this one. It's fair to say Leo probably isn't running today. He'll be running tomorrow night. No, Saturday night for definite. Maybe tomorrow night. But Saturday night, we'll be doing a fast 10k round the track. Leo will almost certainly be there. Okay, Tina's on an iPad, not Runcline, so the treadmill is direct to the iPad. As long as your iPad is close, I cannot imagine why it would disconnect. I've got the Noble Pro now, and I've been running on it. I've just run on it just now, just before this session, and I've not had any Bluetooth problems at all. My only problems have been trying to do this auto incline thing. So it's very picky. I have to be very careful about how I set it up, following the instructions from Pascal. And 3 out of 4 times it won't work. I just have to do it again and again until it gets it. Yeah, so that bleep means it's not connected. It doesn't necessarily mean it's the treadmill's fault. The treadmill is just telling you that it hasn't got a connection. That beep is, if you get a connection, it'll beep, and if you don't have a connection, it will beep again. So you just need to kind of work out which device was it. Was it the iPad or the treadmill that disconnected? The beep of death, Kim, yeah. Right, I am not concentrating on what speed I should be going. I keep falling behind or getting too far ahead. So it's about 7.5 minutes per kilometre, so let's try and do maybe just a little bit faster than that. See, Ryan is going 7.27 per kilometre. I can only do 7.24 or 7.30 or 7.29. So yeah, I'm going to have to play around a bit. So I've been working on trying to get streaming going from the Noble Pro.
Oh, look at that! I've got two microphones going. I need to turn the volume down. How do I do that? New camera, you see.
There we go, that's better. So you guys can't hear that now, good. So yeah, this is a new camera I've put up. It's an old one, not a very good one. But I've put it on top of my other monitor so that when I run on the Noble Pro treadmill, I can have a camera on me. But it does mean that this one here is going to be useless when I'm running on the Noble Pro. I can't easily twist it around to face me, so we'll just have to do without that camera. Yeah, it's a bit weird, but I've turned it off now, so don't worry, we're all sorted. So yeah, that's on top of one one monitor, and that's on top of my main monitor. So now when I look at the chat, I can look at you guys as well. So I've got 3 cameras pointing at me now. So I've got camera 2 over there, camera 1 here, and camera 3 up there. Yeah, real treadmill sound. Yeah, I know. I had that for a long time, and I'm glad to have got rid of it. Bob De Boer, thanks for the ride on.
Ride on.
Yeah, Philip, I can't run on them both at the same time, unfortunately. Yes, Alfredo. If you want to improve your record at 5k or at any speed, you need to do a bit more distance. So you need to run a little further each week. If you're currently only doing 10k a week, maybe try and do 20k a week. But don't do that immediately, just kind of gradually build up. Add a couple of kilometers each week until you're doing 20k a week. And then keep doing those sprint sessions, keep doing your sprint runs, but make the other runs nice and slow, and you will soon improve your 5k time. Alfredo, what is your current 5k best time? Ryan, we did a very fast true treadmill on Monday, I think. Yeah, Ultra Jeff, 10% rule, yeah. So just increase slightly every week. So a couple of kilometres. That's 20%, isn't it? But never mind. It'll do. So at that low level, a couple of kilometres a week will be fine. The Noble Pro is good, but the MyRun is a cut above, really. It's a more expensive model. It's got a more natural road feel than the Noble Pro, but the Noble Pro is absolutely the best value smart treadmill on the market at the moment. You can't compare the MyRun and the Noble Pro, really. It's like you can't compare the MyRun to a Woodway. You know, it's just they're different machines, and specs are vastly different. But the Noble Pro, I really like the Noble Pro. It's great. Okay, Alfredo, if you can do 21:20 on just 10 kilometers a week, then I guarantee you will get under 20 minutes if you just up your distance to 20 kilometers a week. Do 20 kilometers a week, but continue to do your sprints. And I guarantee you, within 6 weeks, you will be able to break your 5k time. 6 weeks of doing 20 kilometers. So you need to build up to it. Bob De Boer says, your HR doesn't recognise you're running. At this speed, my HR will be very low. Nice zone 1, relaxed running. But this is still, Bob, this is still over 65% max HR, so it's still doing good. You know, this speed is still building aerobic fitness. Anything over around 65% of your max HR will be doing you some good. No reason to keep running really fast all the time. You're just wasting good energy and risking getting injured. Yes, exactly. So Jeff says, I'm assuming this is Jeff Partridge, by the way, on Twitch. Ultra Jeff says, it's all relative. Noble Pro is a game changer compared to my old Reebok. Yeah, if you're coming to the Noble Pro from a bog standard domestic treadmill, it's absolutely a game changer, totally. I mean, you cannot imagine the difference. The difference between a basic home treadmill, domestic treadmill, and the Noble Pro is huge compared to the difference between the Noble Pro and the MyRun. There's a marked difference, but it's nowhere near as big as coming from a domestic cheap treadmill that you've bought from a superstore, you know. No, Alfredo. Oh yeah. So your next Saturday 10k meetup, are you going to do it easy? I'm going to go hard for that one. Like, we've got Saturday's meetup with Dan Mapp. So Dan Mapp is going for 30 minutes and 45 seconds for his 10k, and I'm going to go for sub 40 for my 10k. So I'm going to go quick on Saturday. I knew it was, Jeff. You can't escape that easily. Oh yeah, train guy, yeah, Louis. I keep forgetting you've changed your name on there. I'm keeping it going, Louis. So Louis is asking, how long are we going to keep the Film My Run 500 climbing sessions going? We were going to stop them around about now because I was supposed to be doing my race in Gran Canaria this week. But of course, we can't go, although the race apparently is actually going ahead. But it'll just have local people in it. It won't have anyone from abroad. I don't think, anyway. So there's the new camera 4. You can see the quality's not as good. But hello there. That's on our camera 4. So we've got 3 cameras pointing at me, and then the camera above as well. What was I saying? Yeah, so we were going to stop this Film My Run 500, but we may as well carry it on now and carry on until the South Downs Way in June. So we'll just keep it going. Yeah, TDS as well. We need to keep them going for TDS. Might have to make them a bit longer for TDS, Jeff. Do you think? Do you think we should change the Thursday one to a 1,000-meter climb the nearer we get? So when we get into like the middle of summer, so something like July, shall we do one of the sessions, make it a 1,000-meter climb? So basically take twice as long to do it. Maybe we could start a bit earlier. So we'll have the Film My Run 500 on Tuesday and the Film My Run 1000 on Thursday. Okay, we'll do that. I'll make sure. Trying to remember to do that. Ryan, voice to text is never wrong. Look, I can talk for ages and in a relatively normal way, and it will type everything I say without any mistakes at all and take up the entire page. Entire. Brilliant. I bet nobody spots that. I bet nobody spots entire. Oh no, Ryan did spot it. Amy says, I'm enjoying the 500. I don't do trails or hills, but it's fun because it's different. Oh, that's good to hear. That is good to hear, Amy. Clive is into the idea of changing one of them to 1,000 metres over the summer. I don't know how long I'll be able to sustain that in terms of a session every week, because it's going to be quite a long time, isn't it? 1,000 metre climb in the morning. Well, how long does it take normally? 40 minutes? So it's going to take an hour and a half, isn't it? An hour and 25 minutes to do in the mornings. I mean, I guess that's all right. We can do that, can't we? So once a week, from July onwards, we'll make one of the Film My Run 500s a Film My Run 1000. Right, we are coming back up the Champs-Élysées for the last 8 minutes of the run now. We've done, how far have we done? 3 kilometres nearly. So we'll do another kilometre. Yes, Jeff, you're right. But at least then you're in a race and you're doing it. And it doesn't matter how long it takes, does it? As long as you don't get timed out. Oh God, no. No, I'm not doing that. Well, maybe we'll do one. I may well be talking for 24 hours, John. Ryan says the man can't shut up. I don't know who he's talking about. Which man are you referring to? Can't be me. I have proven to you that I can shut my mouth when I want to. When I'm trying to keep a low heart rate and I can see it creeping up there, I've said to you before, I'm not going to talk for 5 minutes, and I have been true to my word. So Jeff is talking about TDS. TDS is in a race in Chamonix that myself and Jeff are doing. As long as it's happening at the end of August this year. It's 128 kilometres long with about 9 or 10,000 metres of elevation. So it's going to be hard. I DNF'd it 2 years ago. Excuse me. A year and a half ago. So I'm determined to get it done this year. So I need to train, I need to be fit and ready for it. And I most definitely wasn't fit and ready for it the last time. I had been out for 5 weeks with an injury. And I just wanted to be sure that I could be on the start line. So I didn't run for 5 weeks at all, and then turned up on the start line of a 128 kilometre race with massive elevation. And by just over halfway, I was so tired, I basically fell asleep on the side of a mountain, and I was woken up by the back marker guys with a stick poking me. Come on, get up, time to move. So, by then I knew my race was done, and but the problem was I was basically stuck on a mountain in the middle of nowhere. I had to walk with the back marker guys to the next little hut where there were a group of other runners who'd all crashed out as well, all sleeping on the floor. And we slept for a couple of hours, and then we all got up and we had to traipse down the mountain. And it was about a 5 kilometre walk to the nearest road where we could be picked up by trucks. And that was one of the most depressing, long, dark, cold, sad walks I've ever done. Knowing that I'd just DNF'd, knowing it was still the middle of the night, so it was dark. It wasn't freezing cold, but you know, it was miserable. Yeah. So I don't want that to happen again. Dan Mapp says shaking the legs out for Saturday. So yeah, Dan Mapp is running 10k on Saturday. He's going to try and do under 31 minutes for 10k round the track on Saturday. If you have an invite from me, check your inbox in Zwift Companion app. You may well have an invite from me to come and join Dan running round the track. You don't have to go quick. Because we're going around the track, we will see Dan passing us every few minutes as he speeds around the track, and we go at a rather more sedate pace. But what he wants is a bit of support, a bit of cheering on. So do please come and join us. It's going to start at 6 p.m. prompt, no late joins. Need to be there at 6 p.m. For the start. There will be race results, but don't think of it as a race. Just if you want to do a time trial, then do a time trial. If you just want to come and support and join in the fun, then do that as well. But 6 p.m. on Saturday evening. Yeah, no DNFs this year, says Jeff. We are not DNFing this year. There's a DNS though today. Trans Gran Canaria is not happening for us. We should be out there now. I should be sunning myself, well not now, but I would be sunning myself on a beach or by a pool in a lovely hotel, and then running 120, that's 120 kilometres as well, isn't it? 120 odd kilometres, but only about 6,000 metres of ascent for that one. But although it is happening, I'm not going to be there. Right, we are not far away from the end now. A couple of minutes to go, and we're going to make sure we get to 4k by the end, and that'll be it. And then we'll do a long run tomorrow, and then we've got the Film My Run 5k, video 5k tomorrow evening. Get your pets ready, or your cuddly toys, or anything that you'd like to show us. One thing I thought of was medals as well. One time we'll have to have a medal display. Not tomorrow, but another day we'll do medals. So think about that. Think of what medal or buckle or certificate you would like to show us. Whether it's your 1 mile swimming certificate from when you were 12 years old, or your 100-mile buckle from last year. So that's the Film My Run video 5k, 8:05 tomorrow evening UK time. Yeah, I thought medals would be alright, wouldn't it? Medals would be a good thing. One minute to go. Just making our way up to the Arc de Triomphe, and we'll be doing this again tomorrow, or you guys will be doing this again tomorrow if you do the video 5k. This is our course. Thanks for leading, Ryan, as always. So another step-by-step beginners group done. Thank you everyone for joining. Thanks to Ryan for leading. It's a great little group this. If you're just starting out with group running on Zwift, there could be no friendlier group to join than the step-by-step beginners group. There is an after party. Some people are going to run on to 10k or 5k if they want. I'm going to finish here, I think. I'm going to finish at 4 kilometres done. And that's it. That's it for me. Gonna have a rest, go and join the kids and watch a film or something. So let's stay here. Don't need to go anywhere. Okay, so that's the step-by-step beginners group. Thank you very much, everybody, for chatting. Oh yeah, well, if somebody's got a Western States medal, at least Tremaine Dill isn't around. Mind you, it won't be long, will it? It won't be long before all the ultra guys come on and join us. You know, we've got. I know they're coming. I know that they're coming. Yeah. So if Dill comes on, he'll have a Western States medal to show us, won't he? But yeah, still pets or cuddly toys tomorrow, and we'll do medals. Maybe we'll do medals next week, and I'll announce it on Zwift Runners. We can get a few people to come and show their medals off. Yeah, and the other news. What was the other news I was going to say? There was something I was going to say, and I can't remember what it is now. Oh yeah, we're trying to make sure that Clive's 12 o'clock run every day, weekday. Clive does a 5k with the Make Humanity Great Again team, and we're trying to get that organised to be on the official calendar. So look out for that. If you want a lunchtime 5k, that should be coming on the calendar in the next few weeks. And I'm going to be trying to run a little bit more on the Noble Pro treadmill, which you might be able to see just to my left here, which I got last week. I've not run enough on it yet, so I need to. I'm just setting up. You might have noticed tonight I've got a new camera, well, an old camera repurposed on the top of my other monitor here, so that can point down at me running on that treadmill. But I still have some more tech work to do to sort it all out. But we'll get running on the Noble Pro in the not too distant future. Oh, it looks like Tina did manage to join us again then. I can see Tina there. She had a dropout, but she must have been able to rejoin. Okay, I'm off. I'm going to have a shower, and I will see you guys all tomorrow night for the Film My Run video 5k. Take care. See you then. Bye-bye.